What's up, everybody? It's Chelsea, and I'm going to go over a little bit of news today, as well as answer some of your questions. First order of business is going to be Eric Requilme. You won the Stanford Answer sticker giveaway, so you'll be entered into the actual Stanford Answer giveaway, so you'll have a chance to win the car. And that was by purchasing some stickers online, and we randomly picked you as a winner. So you'll have an email in your inbox in a few, and good luck at the Stanford Answer giveaway. Second order of business is Irwindale is on the FD schedule again. Crazy, right? I mean, I was literally sitting there like, I don't think they're going to do it. How are they going to go back on that? But they did, and they pulled Vegas, and now we're going back to Irwindale. I would say that I'm a little bummed because I was hoping to go drive a new track and a new event and get to see some new faces and change it up a bit. But we're going to go back to Irwindale, House of Drift. There's always a lot of good fans there. It's always a great event. It's great. I mean, I'm not hating it all. But it is kind of a bummer that FD wanted to kind of pull out of their Vegas situation and go back to Irwindale. So sorry about that, Vegas peeps. We'll still be there for SEMA. FD will still be driving at SEMA. I will be probably just driving demo stuff, not a comp car, but maybe if the EcoBoost car is ripping, I'll bring it down and drive some of the demos after SEMA. So that's pretty neat. Today, I am going to go through and answer some of your questions at a little bit more in depth. I have not gone through and picked them. So I'm just going to be scrolling through and busting out some questions for you guys and kind of going more in depth, because when I type a reply on here, I can't always get like super in depth with everything. But I'll be able to do a little bit more, a little bit quicker. So I'll call your name out and then answer your question on here. Something we're doing that's really, really cool on Wednesday of this week at 9 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to go live on Facebook, live on YouTube. And basically do a hour or so long questionnaire where I'll answer your guys' questions, kind of chat about some things, release some information about the season and what's going on, and then hopefully answer some questions that you guys have directly, and then spark up some conversation and have some fun with it. So I haven't used it before yet, so bear with me. Caleb's actually going to help me over the phone to try to set it up and everything tomorrow, so that way on Wednesday I can go ahead and do it. So Wednesday, 9 o'clock Eastern time, that's 6 o'clock Pacific time. Make sure you jump on there and we'll go ahead and we'll have some fun. So I'm going to do a little bit answer questions now. Go ahead and while you're listening to me, maybe you'll come up with some more questions, write them down, and then on Wednesday you can go ahead and ask them as well. So cool. First off, See There Bell just commented recently, about 20 minutes ago. Just got an E36 because of you. Thanks, I love it. Could you make some videos on how to prep it for drifting, like cheap and easy mods to get started, and good enough for a beginner drifter? Yes, I've actually kind of done this already. If you watch my How to Drift series, I built an E46, which is extremely similar. A lot of you guys, for some reason, haven't seen those videos. People are commenting, you should do a How to Drift video. Well, I did a bunch of them, and they're really, really good. Like I send them to people all the time to watch, and they always give me good feedback, and I've been doing it for a while, so it was like, I'm going to condense all this stuff into a couple videos and get them out there. They're not monetized, there's only ads before it, it's not like it's crazy, I just did it for some fun, but they ended up getting like 1.5 million hits, so it's crazy. So See There Bell, check that out, and I'm really glad that you got an E36 because of me. I'm not trying to drive up the prices of E36s or anything, but they're a really, really fantastic car, and they're very, very strong from the factory. You don't have to upgrade a lot of stuff. Like, they're pretty good right out of the box. But yeah, I mean, if you check out those videos, it'll give you the basics. And also, check out, there's a video that I have on, how to prep your car in between rounds that I just put out. But yeah, I think it'd be best if I just did a TI video explaining exactly what the TI has done to it and how simple of a build it is and how well it works for how simple it is. Very, very easy to replicate for pretty much anyone, minus the motor swap. But it's besides the point. The E36 in general is a really, really good starter car. Brandon Deal asked about Irwindale. Yes, they are coming back. It's confirmed. Oh, here's a cool one. EcoBoost the TI, or just give it to me for my A86. So I love 8.6s, super cool, especially if it's a hat or a notchback like a coupe. Love those, 11 front end, dope, super sick. I'm not EcoBoosting the TI. It's actually going to end up being the E46. It just makes more sense because the TI is great for what it is. It rips, it shreds. It's not like super powerful. Maybe later I'll put like a 50 or 75 shot of nitrous on it for some of the bigger tracks, but it's really unnecessary. I have an RTR Mustang, a 2013 that has a little bit more power, so if I go to a bigger track I can take that. And then I'm going to put the EcoBoost in the E46 FD car and bring that back to life. It should be about 550 horsepower, maybe only about 400 in the beginning because we want to do it on a stock turbo, and then kind of progress through it and show you guys the mods and how the motor reacts to it. But even at 400 wheel and that car weighing 2,500 pounds with meat in it is going to be sick. It's meat in it, 2,500 pounds, not plus me. So you're basically looking at a 400 horsepower NA Miata, like a first gen Miata. So it'll be pretty cool. I'm pretty stoked about that. So thanks for giving me you guys your input. I read all of what you guys thought. The TI would be really cool with it. I do agree. Maybe later down the road I can try to squeeze another motor from somewhere or buy one and put it in that as well. Because I do think that would be really cool as a street car and being able to take it to the track. But bringing the E46 out of its hibernation would be really good for me, and I'd be really stoked on it. All right, so moving on from there. So somebody started talking smack about me trying to do a lap at Park with no handbrake. He's like, I did it without a handbrake. I'm like, I totally agree with you. It is possible, especially when you run the deeper track where you would be coming around that turn at a slower speed and give yourself a big sweep, and you could jam the brake and try to figure it out, or use a bunch of left foot brake on the sweeper to get back there. But to me, it's like, why do you want to hold yourself back? I want to go as fast as I can and have as much angle as I can drifting, and I want to ride the widest, most gangster line I can. Without the handbrake, you can't do that. So, like, I just don't get the whole no handbrake thing. You're not a man. You're a pussy. You drive slow. Like, by using the handbrake, you can go way too fast into every single turn. Like, oh, Park, first turn, without a handbrake. If you can enter at more than 35 miles an hour, I'll give you $100. And pull the turn off without using the handbrake. You can't. The turn is a 30-mile-an-hour turn, 25-mile-an-hour turn. So you have to slow down to that speed before you can get around the turn. Whereas I enter at 85 miles an hour at that little track using the handbrake. And the back turns, like, why would you not want to be at more angle, bigger, longer sweeps, snappier transitions? Like, why would you want to do that? Like, just, I'm going to do it without using the handbrake. I'm just going to left foot brake the whole track. Sick. No, it doesn't take any skill. You're just doing a rolling burnout. So I know you guys hate on handbrake usage, but it's so stupid. Like, if you don't have a handbrake in your drift car, you're an idiot, like, straight up. And I'm not trying to be a dick, but just don't show up at one of my classes or anything without a handbrake. You need a handbrake, dude. Like, oh yeah, you don't need a handbrake to drift figure eights. Oh, you don't need a handbrake to drift a bank track that doesn't have, like, any technical aspects. But if you have a technical aspect track, which is more fun to drive, you need a handbrake. So chill with the no handbrake comments. I did it for fun. It wasn't possible for me to do it driving the way I want to drive and being as fast as I was trying to drive. And also the track was wet in that one spot because it had tree covers and it snowed, and it was, it wasn't ever going to happen. Like, I'm sorry, but it's not cool to not use the handbrake. It's not cool to use the handbrake a lot either. So, I mean, I'm not trying to hate. Just, use the handbrake when it needs to be used. Don't use it extra, and don't not use it just to be I don't even know. You're not a badass. Like, I don't know who you're proving anything to. S-Dot. Get a 240 and put an EcoBoost in it. Or, if you're feeling fancy, get a Skyline. So, I'm not a huge fan of S13s or 14s. Now, I'm not hating. They are a great car. They're getting really expensive, which makes it even less me like them less. But they're just like they don't reward driving with a lot of throttle. And that's how I like to drive. I like to floor it everywhere. I like to point and shoot, get there, to make tons of grip, floor it, and I want it to not even hit the limiter. I want it to just and stop while I'm floored, because I have enough grip for that. And the S chassis, they rotate super fast. Like, they don't transition that fast. They transition and then they don't stop. They just keep rotating and want to spin out. Whereas like a lot of the Mustangs, the BMWs, the FCR X7s, or any of the cars that have a longer trailing arm or longer traction arm set up, they don't really have that problem. They make grip on throttle, so you can just and then step on the gas and go. So not a huge fan of the S chassis. I've owned one. I just recently sold mine back to Pat Gooden. It was his FD car back in the day, and we put an SR in it and thrashed it for a few years, and then he bought it back for me. But not really a huge fan. The R chassis, my girlfriend just actually picked up a 4-door Impulse Skyline, so that's pretty cool. We will drift that. I'm not a huge fan. Again, it's going to be one of those cars that you can't use a lot of throttle. You got to grip up in weird ways. It just doesn't really fit the dynamic. Plus, it has a little bit shorter wheelbase than the BMWs, like a lot of it, actually, like 4 or 5 inches. But so she's going to build that up. It's got RB20. Put a simple turbo on it, 250, 300 horsepower, and she's going to learn how to drift with that. She really likes the Skyline. She wants to learn how to drive right-hand drive. So that's we picked that up really cheap from our friend Sean in Canada. So that's going to be the next car for fun. It's at PSI right now, getting a tune on Link ECU. It actually came with a Link, so or Vipec, same deal. So pretty stoked on that. Chelsea, more of a BMW and Mustang fan. I'm a fan of anything that drifts, so I know you'll come through with something sick. So sick. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I don't know if I build sick cars or anything, but they drive really sick. Maybe not sick looking, but it's cool. So yeah, obviously it's going in the E46. EcoBoost, not the TI. A bunch of questions about that. Freedom Life Make 25. Oh, excuse me. Hey Chelsea, did you fix your rear subframe problem on the old FD car? Guess that's normal. Guess the reinforcement plates are not enough. Is a normal roll cage good enough to fix that? A roll cage itself won't really fix that. Tying the roll cage into the subframe, meaning you put a plate on top of each of the subframe pickups in the car and weld the cage down to it, basically putting bars from the main hoop down to it, will help a lot. You're not allowed to do that in Formula D anymore. It's banned. So Formula D allowed us to run our own plates underneath the subframe as long as they were within a certain thickness. So we made pretty large plates that went up and down the shelf to really triangulate the actual subframe pickups and make them as strong as possible. That worked pretty well. We weren't having any fatigue in that area anymore. Definitely still flexed and definitely made a difference. Besides putting the cage to it, it was definitely softer, but we didn't have any issues even with the grip levels that we were running. So if you're not going to run FD, tie the cage to it. If not, make your own plates and use basically 1/4-inch plate and go all the way to in front of the gas tank area and back down, and then triangulate those to add some strength to the front subframe pickups. If you're just new on the E46 stuff, E46s, they all pretty much will tear the subframe out. You have to put reinforcement plates on them if you're going to drift them. E36 stuff is a lot stronger, especially if it's 328 or M3. They probably already have the plates in there. All the M3s from the factory came with them. If you don't, the E36 is still stronger than the E46, but you always want to keep an eye on it and make sure it's not going to blow out the subframe. All right, Herbert Daffhorn, XR4 Ti, and put EcoBoost in it. I used to have an XR4 Ti, funny story. I bought one for $500. I thrashed the crap out of it, turned the boost up, was drifting it out in the field, and ended up breaking a gearbox in it. And I couldn't get a truck to go get it. I didn't own a truck back then. To go get it, so I left it in the field for like 5 or 6 days, and I went back to get it finally with my friend's truck, and it was gone. Somebody stole it. So somebody went into the field and towed it out. It was crazy. Bummer, missed out on $500, but I definitely had $500 and fun in it that summer for sure. Would love to see you make a video on the Mustang and all the specs and stuff made on the car. Big fan. That's Bajik Bros Motorsports. So, or Bajik, maybe. Yeah. So, super stoked on that. I can definitely help you guys with that, because when I am at Long Beach this year, I'm going to go over the car and give you guys a tour of it. So, that'll be just about a month out. Maybe I can do it at the test day if we have some time. So, I'll try to do that for you. Lots of really, really cool stuff and really good fabrication on that. All right, so that was not a plug for Red Bull. I'm just tired. I was going to have a Red Bull. I enjoy it. It tastes good. But if Red Bull wants to get down, I'm ready. Let's do it. All right, so Chris Mays, do more driving with Cameron. He's such a rad dude. We will be. He only lives about 20 minutes from me, so we're going to do some more fun stuff. And that's kind of the plan, is to do more fun stuff and more driving. I know those videos don't do as well, which is weird. I'd much rather watch people shredding than watch a video of me talking, but you guys seem stoked on it, so I'm going to give you what you need. Another guy with the handbrake, you could do it if you had the balls. I mean, I don't have enough balls to know handbrake, or maybe I'm smart and I use the tools that are in the car. Sorry, crazy ADHD boy 16. What's up now? I use handbrake. I'm not afraid. All right. Jamie O. Donovan. The compact is perfect how it is. EcoBoost E46. Also, would love to see you at Irish Drift Championship event this year. Yo, if Irish Drift Championship is watching, I would love to come over there. If you could find me a car, I would love to go over and shred and have some good time and show you guys what Irish Drift Championship is about. I have not been, but I'd love to go and kick everyone's ass over there. They haven't had anyone outside of Ireland win one of their events, so I'm going to come over there and kick everyone's ass. Just give me a good car that can win. Or when I got to battle James Dean, we'll just switch. I'll drive James's car. He can drive whatever I'm driving. We'll both go in blind. Why not? Get amongst it. You're buzzing reverse when you go to fifth too hard. My buddy's 03 truck used to do the same thing. You're actually 100% right. Ding, ding, ding. I drove my that piece of shit Cummins truck that I got again, and I 4 to 5 like pretty straight instead of trying to go over. Bingo, shifted every time. So it wasn't the gearbox that was messed up. Thank you for that tip. You're 100% correct. Let's see. I don't have a handbrake in the E36. You don't need one, or don't necessarily need one. I feel that driving without one teaches you better car control. I disagree. I don't think so at all. I think if you rely on the handbrake to get through stuff, then yes. I think that's not good. You should only be pulling the handbrake on extensions or when you have to slow down to correct the car and keep the car at the proper amount of angle. You can't do big fast entries without the handbrake, or big fast transitions to slowdowns. Whenever you have to slow down on the track, it's okay to use a handbrake. Let's see. Skid Marks, Scion 86. I love how you guys don't put annoying ass trap music or weird uncopyrighted techno stuff or shit, or slow motion pan shots in your videos. I like it raw. I like it raw too. I think that's what this is about. I think it's about you guys seeing videos that aren't edited and aren't, gone through. Keeping it as raw as you can. The driving should be unedited. You should see me making mistakes and flying off track. So I know a lot of you guys, put music, put this and that, but yeah, I have those videos on my Instagram. I make videos with music, and my crew makes videos of music that are well put together, professionally edited. That's not what the YouTube is about to me. Hope you show more point of views for FD battles. Paulie J. See, I totally agree with this, but we're not allowed to run cameras on our helmets anymore in FD, and I know why, because I've actually had the side helmet pieces and stuff get stuck on my Hans seat or my Hans cable, and my head gets stuck legitimately. I've also been hit in the face with cameras before that come off the car or anything, so I'm with FD on that because it's kind of sketchy. But yes, I do think we need more point of view cameras. I will try to do it next year during practice and stuff. We're not allowed to have them in the car for competition anymore, but I'll try to do that for you guys and give you guys some walkthroughs of the track. Ryan Murphy, not going to Pro Bro down at Club Loose the day after FD Wall. I don't have a car there anymore, so I might go and hang out, but I hate going to events and not driving, so we'll see. A lot of my homies are up there, so maybe I can jump out in there and grab some cars and have some fun. Anthony Schmidt, keyboard wizard, ask for it to be done with no handbrake. Hee hee. Use the tools you have. No need to be modest or D-bag in this sport. Keep it fun and hang that ass out. I'm with you, bro. Get wild. So here's a cool question that a lot of people have. Why do you prefer sedan BMWs over coupe? Well, to me, first off, the sedans look way better. I do not even like the way coupes look. To me, it just looks nowhere near as cool as a four-door. And it's because of the shorter nose and the shorter trunk on the four-door. The proportions just seem better for me for the E36. So I'm all about the sedans. Plus, all of the race cars and World Touring Car and BTCC back in the day were all sedans. Very, very few coupes. The real reason, outside of the looks aspect of it, are they're stiffer, lighter, and safer. And they're easy to work on. So they're easy to work on because you can open the back door and get to the fuel system, get to any of that area back there. They're easier to build cages for, easier to keep clean because you can get in the back super easy. They're stiffer because they have a giant B-pillar loop all the way around, and the front and rear is more condensed, so there's less flex in the chassis. And they're lighter because the rear quarter panel on them is 2 layers smaller, versus 3 huge, thick layers of steel on the quarter panel with a giant C-pillar or B-pillar. A B-pillar on the coupe. So, for me, the sedan is the only way to go. I built the TI because I think they're cool and they're fun, but for sure, 100%, I would definitely go the route of the sedan. For me, I just really like the way they look. I'd really like to build a wagon, but that's not happening in the States anytime soon. Mount Olympus. Hey Chelsea, I just picked up an S14 Zenki with an SR and a T28 with HKS 264 cams. What's the first major mod you recommend doing, and how do I make it a better drift car? Angle kit or a dual caliper setup? So I don't really see the need for a dual caliper setup. Put good pads front and back, and then put an inline handbrake from ASD or a good properly sized master and handbrake. Save the money on the dual caliper setup. I don't really think it's necessary. Angle kit. So over angle kit and dual caliper, I would do an inline and then do some simple like GK Tech knuckles on the car. So you can same amount of money but get way more use out of it. The T28 and the HKS 264 cams, depending on the size of the T28, those cams may actually be hurting your bottom end quite a bit. To help with that, you could go back to the stock cams or even start trying to even out the power band. So basically, that turbo will start spooling before those cams start making power. So you might actually be shifting the power band up outside of your turbo's abilities. So, just kind of keep a good tune on it, keep an eye on it, make sure it's not hitting boost, then starting to climb in power. You want it to be making boost as it's climbing in power to get the biggest power band necessary. And for under like 400 horsepower SRs, I always say stock cams. They're definitely the best way to go. Over 400, absolutely need cams. I don't think your T28, unless it's a GTX or something like that, it's going to do over 400. So, either way, again, like if you don't have the time and it seems to be driving fine, then don't really worry about it. Just kind of helping you with the bottom end. All right, so you're educational AF, but do more car involved videos. Nobody's man's. I feel like we do a lot of car videos. Every video I do is car, and driving. I do a lot of driving videos. I feel like a lot of people get into this channel and they don't go look at my other videos. I feel like there's a lot. So there's a whole series of how to drift. There's a whole series of Say How to Get Rowdy videos that are 3 episodes per FD event in 2016. So that's 24 episodes, or 24 videos just off pure driving. Damn, you're making me want an E36 or E46 more each video you post. Shame they're so expensive over here. Best I can do is get a 320 without having to sell a kidney. Martin Borg. I don't know where you're at, but over here in the in the States, you can buy E36 M3s all day for $3,500 if you're frugal and find one that's a little bit beat up. So, sorry you're over there. It's kind of a bummer. All right, so last question. I was trying to keep this short, under 25 minutes. Jesus. Let's see. I'll try to get a good one here. Cool. OG Boost Junkie, yo, where's the link for that drift demo that you're doing next weekend? So next weekend we're doing an event in Vegas at the NASCAR event. It's the Pennzoil 400. Make sure you make it out to that. If you're in the Vegas area, come find me. We're gonna give ride-alongs all day. We're gonna be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I do have Tanner going out to shoot video of it, so you guys will have video here. But if you're in the area, definitely make sure you make it out. I don't have a link for it right now, but it's the NASCAR race in Vegas. It's kind of hard to miss. So we'll have merch there. We'll have all of our gear. Vaughn and I will both be there driving, so make sure you come check us out. And cool. So thanks for watching the video. Got to answer a few of your questions. Come up with some more questions. Wednesday, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. We're going to do a YouTube Live, so make sure you're there. Congrats to the winner of the Stancer Dancer giveaway. So you bought some stickers and you won a chance into the giveaway. Now pretty much there's only 6 days left of the Stancer Dancer contest and giveaway, so make sure you get online, pick up a t-shirt or some stickers, support the cause. All that budget and all the money is going towards bringing you guys more content and starting some really, really cool stuff for this year. I think that my push on Facebook or on Jesus, I'm so tired. My push on YouTube this year has been pretty solid, so let me know in the comments what you guys think and if there's any way we can improve anything. Don't ask the questions that you're going to ask on Wednesday at 9 in this reply. Just give me some ideas of what you guys think we should change and what you think about Irwindale and whatever I said in this video. And then on Wednesday, we'll do the live video here. So thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for supporting everything. You guys have some great questions, and you guys are paying attention, so I really appreciate that. Sorry for the commercials. I'm just trying to get a little bit of extra budget out of everything so that way we can do more stuff on the channel and I can bring more stuff to you. So hit that skip after 5 seconds. I don't mind. But, yeah, enjoy, guys. Later.